Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. So this is a view for one of my B2B SEO clients. Their target keyword back on February 2nd was position 9. Today it is position 1. The difference in expected click-through rate for them is going to go from 4 visits a day because they were position 9 to now 44 a day because they're on the very top of Google. Is what's going to get the most click-through rate, which is going to lead to then 44 expected clicks per day. This is huge for them because this is just one keyword, but there's more keywords now that are going to stem from this that are going to drive more high quality traffic to their website, which is then going to lead to more high quality visits. And if the conversion rate stays the same, more leads for their business. So let me go into Google Search Console. I'm not going to share their analytics, but in Search Console, I like this view because you can see how impressions and clicks, and these are all aggregate numbers, are increasing for them. Basically, we've been working on this keyword now for a really long time. We're finally position 1. I don't expect we're going to stay position 1 every day, but the goal is to keep increasing our visibility on the top of Google for this keyword and other keywords too, to get more traffic and then obviously more leads for their business. But you can see how back in September, how many visits we were getting to now where we are in March. Doesn't look like a big difference, but it does make up when you get more leads and customers for your business without paying more via Google Ads traffic. And then one thing too that I've been doing for my B2B SEO clients specifically is tracking the AI performance within Bing. This is a new feature that Bing Webmaster Tools is showing, but I think seeing this type of view where you're getting more citations and more pages being cited tells me that when our ranks improve, and then other sources like Reddit or Facebook or other platforms that are kind of citing our company or as like a solution for this particular service that they provide, those are signals to me that ChatGPT is probably doing the same, and other AI sources as well. So we're getting more traffic from traditional search, but we're also getting more visibility from AI, which is obviously a lot harder to track, but still a good idea to keep an eye on. All right, so what was done? Again, this isn't just specific to B2B, but I really want to create this video because you can really see the difference in traffic. So from 4 visits a day to 44. So to start, I use SEMRush for daily keyword tracking within Google, but I also do this for Bing for my clients who are B2B. But the daily tracking is really critical because then you can take an aggregate month view of that. So again, if a keyword goes from position 5 to position 1 to position 1 to position 1 to back to position 5, if you just did a traditional SEMrush view, you might look at one day and say, oh my god, we're at position 5, this is really bad. But when you take the aggregate, now that's like around like maybe like position 3 or even like lower high position 2 on average. So it shows us that we are moving in the right direction. I highly recommend that. Next, I use ChatGPT. I pay for it, and I also use CoPilot as well to analyze the Google SERP for the top ranking sites. So I'll do like a table view and say, okay, what is missing, not from like a word count perspective, but more of what's on their page versus what do we have? Like, is one of the gaps like no one else has a video schema or traditional schema, or is load time a big factor for us to really consider? I'll try to create this table view to get an idea of like what are the big gaps I need to cover for this for my client. Next, I use a tool called ClearScope. So I'll put in the primary keyword and I'll take their target landing page and see what I can refresh for the content. This is always an ongoing process within SEO. So sometimes I might run it for some of my clients and there's really nothing to change, and that's fine. But if I run and say, okay, like we're a B minus score, how do we get to a B plus? Okay, are these words critical for us to add? I'm going to work on that to try to get us the best content. Again, it's not a word count battle, but it's more of a are we covering this topic in a way that satisfies the user's search? Next, I added in a new image to the page with a more descriptive alt tag. So a lot of times I noticed that sometimes the alt tags are missing for my clients. So I'll actually go through and resave the image file name and then add a new alt tag to it. Then I refresh the video schema markup with a longer description. So you can actually do that to give more context clues to Google. And again, I strongly believe Bing is looking at this as well from like a micro data aspect within AI search. Next, I changed the frequency of crawl in the XML sitemap. So that's both a Google and a Bing. It's a small hack, but really what I'm trying to do is get Google and Bing to crawl this page more often, and other pages that are more important too. Usually blogs for me, I actually really decrease the frequency crawl, but core landing pages, I increase it. And of course, there's more. But really, in a high level view, according to SEMrush, this keyword has 3,600 monthly searches. We went from position 9 to position 1. That's eight position improvements. We're getting about 40 more clicks now per day. to their website from organic search, which allows them to get more leads and customers for their business and not overly rely on paid search to make up for that. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Maybe this might spark some ideas what you guys can do for your business. And as always, have a good rest of your day.